So I'm doing an intro and outro outside because the dogwood tree is really pretty and we have the sunlight to work with. So I might as well take advantage of it.
Editing Alley here. I just wanted to jump in and explain why I look annoyed in a lot of the intro and outro. It's because a train was going by in the background and I kept getting interrupted. And so I needed to cut out all the train noises. And so I started to look kind of annoyed. That's all.
Anyway, I have the Salon Perfect Glaze Collection to share. I know I'm a little late to the game on this because it came out, I think, 6 to 8 weeks ago, but they are still available in Walmart. And they were under $4.25 in my local Walmart. So that is definitely a budget friendly price. Two of these are blacklight reactive, the green and the orange. They're called Honeydew and Sunbeam. Anyway, these are all glaze shimmers, so they are transparent on purpose. They're not going to reach full opacity. So the way that I swatch them is on 2 fingers. I swatch them in 3 coats. And on my ring finger, I swatch them over a similar color in 1 coat. And on my pinky finger, I swatch them over black. So let's get into the swatching.
So we are starting with Candy Skies, and it's a pink with a pinkish purple shimmer in it. Candy Skies was the one I actually got closest to opacity, which kind of surprised me because it's a fairly light color. All 4 of these polishes have pretty much the same formula and it's fairly easy to work with. I did have a little bit of trouble with the polish kind of running down the stem of the brush and pooling. So I was getting a little bit thicker coats than I would normally do. But once I got kind of used to that, it was easy. So here I am layering Candy Skies over China Glaze's Totally Taffee because I thought that the base colors matched up pretty well. I think that the shimmer gets a little bit lost over Totally Taffee though. And it shows up quite well over Ella+Mila's Lights Out. So here is Candy Skies in 3 coats over my index and middle finger and over Totally Taffee on my ring finger and over Lights Out on my pinky. And here it is in sunlight. Moving on to the orange, which is called Sunbeam. This one actually ended up being my favorite in the collection. It's just really fun with contrasting shimmer. And so it's an orange base with kind of that pinkish purple shimmer. I think it might be the same shimmer pigment that was in the pink, but I'm not totally sure on that. So you do see me having a little bit of trouble with application. That was user error. I put on the first coat a little bit too thick on my index finger and then I didn't give it quite enough time to dry. But the formulas are all the same and they're all pretty easy to use. And here I am swatching Sunbeam over Artificial Orange by Orly. I think that it worked out really well. They weren't quite as close in their base color, but the shimmer did not get lost. So here is Sunbeam in 3 coats over my index and middle finger, over Artificial Orange on my ring finger, and over Lights Out on my pinky. And here it is in the sunlight. Moving on now to Honeydew. I really like the contrasting shimmer in this, but this was the most sheer out of the 4, or at least for me it was. So I forgot to turn my camera back on when I swatched the second coat, but you do get to see the first coat and the third coat go on. And Honeydew, out of the 4 polishes, I think has the only blue shimmer. The other ones might actually have the same shimmer, it's just a little bit hard to tell. I layered Honeydew over Neon Paradise, and I really like the way that it came out. You can see the shimmer really well, and I think I might do that for a mani later. My camera had a little bit of difficult time focusing on the blue shimmer for some reason, but here it is in 3 coats on my first 2 fingers and over Neon Paradise on my ring finger and Lights Out on my pinky. And here it is in the sunlight. And now the 4th polish of the collection is the purple. It's called Peekaboo, and maybe it's called that because there's just a tiny drop of blue in it. So Peekaboo is a blue leaning purple in my opinion. Some people might see it more as a blue, but I see it as a purple. And it has that pinky purple shimmer running throughout. I layered Peekaboo over A Wink of Sleep by Essie, and unfortunately my camera had a little bit of trouble on my ring finger and my pinky. Here is Peekaboo in 3 coats on my first 2 fingers, on A Wink of Sleep over my ring finger, and on Ella+Mila's Lights Out on my pinky. And here it is in the sunlight.
So I liked all 4 of these. My favorite one was actually the orange, which is Sunbeam. I don't really know why. Don't have a specific reason. It just ended up being my favorite. I thought that they were all good quality for the price. In general, I think that Salon Perfect is usually good quality, especially for the under $5 range. I will probably not wear them on their own. I'm probably going to layer them over different colors. And so I am looking forward to playing with them, maybe doing, some smooshy nail art with them or something like that. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.